Is it real or is it fake? I'm talking about the supposed render of the much rumored Nokia C1. You decide. Unfortunately, last week's Nokia C1 render turned out to be just a fan concept. But this week we have a picture of the rumored smartphone in the wild, which is much trickier to fake. The photographs give us a quick look at the front and back of the phone, where we can see a rear camera with an LED flash, a front camera on the top left, and a couple of buttons, possibly the volume rocker on the side of the handset. The bezel design seems very similar to the render, but it is impossible to tell if we're looking at a metal unibody or just a plastic case. The pictures also come with their own set of rumors. The smartphone is apparently sporting a 5-inch 1080p display, rather than a 720p panel that was previously mentioned. The phone is also said to run Android 6.0 Marshmallow right out of the box, and it certainly seems to have a rather stock-looking settings menu. The Intel system on a chip and 2GB of RAM rumor also persists. Your thoughts? I'm thinking it's probably real, or at least a prototype. Now let's talk the Moto X Force and its supposed shatterproof display. Just a few weeks ago, we began hearing rumors about a new smartphone from Motorola called the Moto X Force, codenamed Bounce, featuring a 5.43-inch Quad HD shatterproof display. The unannounced Motorola smartphone sounds like quite a flagship so far, but how much cash could one pay in order to receive one of these units? According to UpLeaks, the leaker who has given us every Moto X Force rumor so far, the device will launch this December for around $628 US. The Moto X is rumored to come with a, quote, shatterproof display. According to other rumors, the Force could launch with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 processor, 3GB of RAM, 32 or 64GB of onboard storage, a 21-megapixel rear-facing camera, likely the same sensor found on the Style, and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera, and a big 3,760 mAh battery. And the Blu Pure XL has been officially announced. Blu, the manufacturer behind last year's popular Life Pure XL smartphone, has released a new device this week that boasts some impressive specs and a cheap price point. The Blu Pure XL is the latest to come from the Florida-based company, and it's one of the more powerful devices that has ever been produced. The Blu Pure XL comes with a 6-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass 3, a 64-bit 2GB MediaTek MT6795 Helio X10 processor, 3GB of RAM, 64GB of onboard storage, and a microSD expansion slot up to 64GB. It has a 24-megapixel rear-facing camera, an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, and a non-removable 3,500 mAh battery with quick charging capabilities that runs Android 5.1 Lollipop right out of the box. What's more, this device even features a one-touch fingerprint scanner below the camera module on the phone's backside. This is a feature we don't normally see in inexpensive smartphones, and it should be a welcome addition to the handset. But perhaps the best part about this new device is the price point. The Pure XL will launch exclusively on Amazon on Tuesday, September 29th for only $349 US, with 4G LTE support on both T-Mobile and AT&T networks. Well, it's only September 2015, and we're already hearing rumors about the Galaxy S7, otherwise known as Project Lucky. The Galaxy S7 seems to be going by the codename Project Lucky, as several mentions of such a device have appeared in a couple of benchmarks recently. Qualcomm is gearing up to launch its Snapdragon 820 system on a chip in early 2016, and a Samsung Lucky device has passed through Antutu's benchmark sporting this chip. The handset also sports 4GB of RAM, which matches the amount included in Samsung's most recent smartphones, along with a 16-megapixel rear camera and a 5.7-inch display. A separate rumor from Korea suggests that Samsung may be preparing to launch two sizes of the Galaxy S6 at the same time, one with a 5.1-inch QHD display and one at 5.8 inches, possibly with a 4K resolution that would match the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium. Now don't just take that with a pinch of salt, you may need a whole spoonful. Heck, just chug the whole box. Thanks for watching Android Army. My name is Jayce. You can follow me right here, and I will follow you in the comments below. You don't want to forget about my brothers and sister in Android who are working super hard to be your source for all things Android.